Hey guys, 7W Rocks here, and I just finished Raw, it literally just finished minutes ago. I'm going to do a review for you guys. I'll be looking at my phone a lot because during the show I take notes using my phone, so hopefully you don't get mad about that. But basically the show started off with Daniel Bryan and a Vince McMahon segment. Vince McMahon said he didn't want Bryan or Cena to win. He didn't care. He just wanted Vince McMahon to win, and that's true Vince McMahon fashion. I'm sorry. And Daniel Bryan, he had his little thing. Oh yeah, Vince McMahon said Cena did not mean any of those things he said. Those comments he gave him when he picked him. He said Bryan doesn't deserve it, and Cena doesn't think that at all. So that made Bryan think, but he once again responded with he's gonna win the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. That ended the segment. Then it was Shield versus Mark Henry and the Usos. That was a good match. It was one of those. It was one matches that a few have happened that we thought were gonna happen at SummerSlam. That was a match going, but it didn't happen on Raw. It could happen on SummerSlam again. I don't know, but it had the Shield winning. I believe what was it? To take Mark Henry out, Roman Reigns speared him, and then Ambrose hit his finisher on one of the Usos, and that's how that match happened. Then they did a bunch of Kane and the Wyatt family promos. And then after that was Fandango versus RVD, a good match. I think we see a little more out of Fandango every match he does. And this one was pretty good. He actually threw in one of his big kicks, and I like that about Fandango, the kicks. I think that's is gonna make him a cool wrestler with the dancing and all that. But then Fandango ended up leaving the ring, and it was a 10 count because he didn't want to face RVD, so that kind of sucked as the ending. And then it was Kaitlyn versus AJ. Kaitlyn won. I think she won. I didn't really watch all of it. And Ziggler came out and made fun of AJ, and then that made it another SummerSlam match that I thought was gonna happen at SummerSlam, but it was Ziggler versus Big E Langston. I thought that was gonna happen at SummerSlam. I heard, but once again they changed it. It's gonna be on Raw. And once again, any of these matches could happen at SummerSlam. I don't know, but Ziggler, what happened? I think AJ. Oh yeah, AJ came in and hit Ziggler a bunch of times, and she pulls his hair and stuff, and he left, and so she got Ziggler the win by getting Biggie disqualified, and then it was Cena and Bryan in the locker room, and Bryan asked him. He said Vince McMahon either nice or bad. He's always been honest with Daniel Bryan, so he wants to know: does John Cena not think he's competition for Daniel Bryan? Sorry for that. For John Cena. Gosh, sorry. And so John Cena said to Daniel Bryan, "Are you calling me a liar?" And then that's how the segment ended. And after that was Christian versus Del Rio, a pretty good match. Christian won with a quick roll up. It was an alright match, decent. I kind of didn't watch Raw because there were some segments because the SmackDown I previously went to last week, it showed some of the stuff that happened because Raw was pre-taped. It wasn't even live today, so that kind of sucked. And then there was Barrett versus Rhodes, and that was basically just doing the Damien Sandow storyline that Cody Rhodes threw his Money in the Bank briefcase into the river. And so Cody Rhodes won that. And then Kane versus Daniel Bryan. This match, I really thought that should have been the main event. I was really disappointed that it wasn't. Really good match. It wasn't one of those matches where we were like, oh, they're best friends. They're gonna be scared to punch each other and stuff. Even Kane, how he's a monster. But no, they went right to it. Great match. Kane went for a choke slam, and then when he lifted him up, Daniel Bryan caught him with a DDT and rolled him up, and that's how he won. And then he won that match, and then the Wyatt family came out, and they did their entrance, and then the lights went out, and they came back on. They were about to beat up Kane when Kane slid out and went for Bray Wyatt, when he always sits in his rocking chair. He went for him, and he grabbed him by the throat, and then the others, the Wyatt family, came down and beat him up. And then what happened? They beat him up, and Wyatt family gave his promos. I still think Kane's going to join them somehow, some way. I think at SummerSlam, Bray Wyatt and Kane are do match, and he's going to join them and be the monster he should be. But that's just my opinion. And then it was Natalya versus Brie Bella, and I don't care. Honestly, I'm sick of hearing about the Total Diva stuff, and Brie Bella won because I don't know, I could care less. Then CM Punk, Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman did a promo, and it was just for CM Punk to come out and attack Curtis Axel. I didn't watch that segment that much because I had seen it again. On the SmackDown I repeated. So that kind of sucked. But yeah, he beat down Curtis Axel, and Paul Heyman was running scared. So that's just setting up Brock versus Punk. And then the main event, Cena versus Ryback in a tables match. I don't know why it was the main event. I think Kane versus Bryan should have been it. honestly, I don't know why they did Ryback versus Cena. I know last week Cena saved saved Bryan, even though he got power bombed. But I didn't really see a reason why Cena is versing Ryback. They should be done with that storyline. It should be Bryan and Cena now. But I don't know why that happened. It was a good match. Don't get me wrong. It was a pretty good match. I really liked it for a tables match. It was, back and forth, them trying to smash the tables, whatever. And Cena finally ended up. Well, Ryback was about to tackle him through the table, and Cena dodged him. Attitude Adjustment through the table, and that's how he won. And then Bryan came out and did his yes thing, and then he was gonna Daniel Bryan's handing him the title, and then he pulled it away. And Cena grabbed it real quick and said, "You have to earn this," and whatever, just setting up for SummerSlam. Good Raw. I really enjoyed it. I really actually look forward to Raw a lot. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell me what you think about my review, and sorry if I forgot anything. But thanks for watching, and have a great day.